virus. Clear? See, what is this HIV? We will call it as human immunovirus. Clear? See, once this virus which will be enters inside our body, which will be attacking one of the cells, we will call it as CD4 cells. See, this CD4 cells, we will call it as one type of immune cells which will be present inside our body. Okay, these cells which will be attacking first whenever any pathogen which will be enters inside our body. Clear? See, that's the reason why once this HIV enters inside our body, which will be attacking these kind of CD4 T cells. Clear? See, later on what happens, this is CD4 T cells which got infected, so our immune system unable to fight against other kind of pathogens that is going to be enters inside our body. So what happens, our immune system is going to be totally suppressed because of the infected CD4 T cells. So finally, which will be leading to the syndrome, we will call it as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Clear? So that's why it got the name as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. See, that means whenever there is any deficiency of the immune system, because of this virus HIV, so you are getting this acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Clear? So today we are going to discuss about the pathogenesis of this HIV. So before going in detail regarding the pathogenesis, we will see regarding the structure of this HIV. How the structure of the HIV we will see. If you see regarding the structure, we will see regarding the structure of this HIV. If you see this structure of the virus, here you are having one envelope. Clear? The HIV virus which is having an envelope. On the surface of this envelope, we are having some spikes. This we will call it as the spikes. On the surface of this virus, we are having a numerous spikes will be present. And these spikes will be made up of two different types of glycoproteins. So this we will call it as a spike. This we will call it as envelope. Clear? And if you see the spikes which will be made up of two different types of proteins. See, what is the two different types of proteins? This part we will call it as glycoprotein 120, and stalk-like structure you will call it as glycoprotein 41. So this is the spike composition of this spike. The spikes which will be present on the surface of this virus, which will be made up of two different types of glycoproteins, that is glycoprotein 120 and glycoprotein 41. Clear? So beneath this envelope, we are having that is one protective layer that you will call it as a matrix protein. Below this envelope, we are having another layer of protein. See this, you will call it as a matrix protein. What is this? You will call it as a matrix protein. Here, inside this matrix protein, we are having a cone-shaped capsid. This we will call it as a capsid. Inside this capsid, we are having the genetic material, that is two single-stranded RNA will be present. This we will call it as single-stranded RNA. Along with the single-stranded RNA, inside the capsid, which also consisting of three different types of enzymes. The three different types of enzymes, we will call it as, the first one is, that is reverse transcriptase. Next one is integrase, and next one is protease. Clear? So this is regarding the structure of this HIV. Clear? If you see the structure of the HIV, which is having one envelope, that on the surface of the envelope, which is having the spikes, and the spikes which will be made up of two different types of glycoproteins, we will call it as glycoprotein 120 and glycoprotein 41. Clear? The next one is, inside that envelope, we are having one protective layer, we will call it as a matrix proteins. Okay, that is made up of matrix proteins. Next, we are having a cone-shaped capsid, okay, which will be enclosing the HIV genetic material, that is single-stranded RNA, along with three different types of enzymes, that is reverse transcriptase, integrase, and the protease. Here, this is HIV. We are having another name. We will call it as a retrovirus. Okay, that name it got mainly because of the presence of this enzyme, that is reverse transcriptase. So, because no other virus or no other microorganisms which is having this kind of virus, but this is a unique virus, that is HIV, which will be having this kind of reverse transcriptase enzyme. Let's see later on, we will see what is the role of these enzymes also. Clear, this is regarding the structure of this HIV virus. Okay, next we will go on to the genome of this HIV virus. That means what kind of genome will be present inside this HIV. Next we will see regarding the genome of this HIV virus. Here if you see the genome of the HIV, mainly which is having three genomes in case of this HIV. So that is, first one we will call it as GAG, next one is Pol, and third one is NV. Okay, if you see these three types of genome will be present inside this HIV. Mainly if you see this GAG, which will be encoding the proteins, that is which will be forming the core of the virions. See, that means mainly this genome, if you see, this will be responsible, okay, for particular proteins, okay, that will be forming a core, okay, of this virion. That means we had seen, that is the matrix proteins, okay, we had seen the matrix proteins. Clearly, for the formation of these kind of matrix proteins, mainly this GAG genome will be useful. Okay, next coming to this Pol genome, this will be encoding the viral enzymes. Okay, mainly which will be encoding the viral, this will be for the matrix proteins, and this Pol which will be encoding for the mainly the enzymes. Clear? And next one is the NV. If you see this NV, that will be responsible for encoding the proteins for mainly the glycoproteins. Okay, we had seen that HIV, which will be made up of two different types of glycoproteins. Okay, that is glycoprotein 120 as well as the glycoprotein 41. Clearly, for the formation of those kind of proteins, mainly this genome will be useful. Clearly, this is regarding the three different types of genome, that is GAG, Pol, and NV. Okay, this GAG, this is a genome that will be encoding the proteins, that is mainly which will be forming the core of the virions. Clear? And next one is Pol genome. Okay, this will be encoding the proteins, okay, for the formation of the enzymes that will be present inside the virus. The next one is the NV. If you see, which will be encoding the proteins, mainly the glycoproteins. Okay, next we will see regarding the pathogenesis of this HIV. Okay, we will see the pathogenesis of this HIV, how this virus is going to be spread inside our body. Clear? See, if you see regarding the pathogenesis, see, I told you, suppose which will be infecting mainly the CD4 cells. I told you. Clear? See, you assume that this is one of the CD4 cells. Okay, this is one of the CD4 cells. See what happens once the virus, okay, which will be reaching or which will be entered inside our body. You assume that, say, this is one, okay, that is virus. Clear? So this is HIV virus, once which will be reaching this CD4 cells. See, then what happens? Mainly I told you two types of glycoproteins. Clear? See, that is glycoprotein 120 and glycoprotein 41 of the HIV. Clear? See that glycoprotein 120, mainly what it is doing, which is recognizing the CD4 receptors. Okay, mainly the role of the GP120 is which will be recognizing the CD4 receptors. Clear? See, that means if you see, this is a CD4 cell. See, on the surface of this, you are having this kind of receptors. Okay, this we will call it as a CD4, okay, receptor. Clear? See, mainly if you see that glycoprotein 120, that will be useful for recognizing the CD4 receptors. Clear? See, mainly if you see what are the targets for this HIVs, see any cell which will be having CD4 receptors as well as a co-receptors. Clear? See, mainly for the attacking of this virus to any cell, that cell must have two types of receptors. See, one is CD4 receptors must be present on the surface of the cell, and next one is it must have a co-receptor also. Clear? Next we'll see what is this co-receptor. Suppose if you see this is another receptor, you will call it as a co-receptor. Clear? See, if there is no co-receptor, then it is not possible for this HIV to enter inside this CD4 cells. Clear? See that what happens mainly if these two types of receptors, okay, that is co-receptor as well as CD4 receptors will be present on the surface of any cell, then only this HIV virus which can attack those kind of cells. Clear? See here if you see the example for this co-receptor is here the chemokine receptor. Clear? See mainly what happens with the help of these two receptors, the virus which got its entry inside the human cells. Is it clear? See you remember this regarding the pathogenesis, this virus once which will be reaching, okay, to the CD4 cells. Okay, how this virus which will be recognizing that cell with the help of that glycoprotein 120 which is going to be recognizing the CD4 receptors. Clear? See, I will tell you some examples which cells that will be target for this HIV. Clear? That means which cells which will be having both these kind of receptors. Okay, one is the CD4 T cells. Okay, that is T helper cells. Okay, which will be having these two kind of receptors on the surface. Clear? And next one is we are having that is monocytes. So if you see monocytes, okay, if you see the macrophages, okay, these kind of cells which will be having both these receptors, that is CD4 receptors as well as these co-receptors. So that kind of cells are the target for this HIV. See here what happens, this GP120, once it is recognizing the CD4 receptors which binds with that CD4 receptors along with this co-receptors. Clear? See next what happens, we are having another glycoprotein that is GP41. Clear? See with the help of this GP41 which will be causing the internalization of the virus. Clear? GP120 which will be recognizing that CD4 receptors and GP41 which will be causing internalization of the virus. See that means what happens, whatever the genetic material that will be present in the virus, that will be released into the CD4 T cells. Clear? See now if you see these are the two single-stranded RNA along with, that is I told you, three different types of enzymes. Clear? This all will be released into the CD4 T cells. See then what happens, see whatever this single-stranded RNA will be present with the help of reverse transcriptase which will be converted into the double-stranded DNA. Clear? See what happens, once this genetic material is going to be released into the CD4 cells with the help of reverse transcriptase, this single-stranded RNA will be totally converted into the double-stranded DNA. Clear? See as this is a CD4 cell which will be having one nucleus. Clear? Which will be having the nucleus. See now this double-stranded DNA which, okay, translocate inside the nucleus with the help of another enzyme that is integrase. Okay, we have seen another enzyme that is integrase. Okay, with the help of this integrase, the double-stranded DNA translocates inside the nucleus. Clear? See here inside the nucleus, here we are having that is human genetic material. We are having the human genetic material. See now what happens, this HIV double-stranded DNA also enters inside the nucleus. Clear? See now what happens, which got integrated with the human genome. Now this double-stranded DNA of the HIV that got integrated with this human double-stranded DNA. Clear? See later on what happens, which will be undergoing the transcription process and finally which will be producing the viral mRNA. Finally which will be synthesizing the mRNA, that we will call it as a viral mRNA. See now what happens, this is the viral mRNA that is going to be released into the cytoplasm. Clear? See, this viral mRNA which will be undergoing translation process, okay, which will be undergoing translation process and which will be producing different types of viral proteins. Okay, finally which will be producing these kind of viral proteins. See what happens. See, after the genetic material which will be enters inside the CD4 cells, with the help of reverse transcriptase, okay, that single-stranded RNA will be converted into the double-stranded DNA. Clear? See, next with the help of another enzyme, that is integrase, then what happens, whatever the double-stranded DNA will be present, it will be translocated inside the nucleus. Now this double-stranded DNA got integrated with the human genome and which will be undergoing the transcription process and which will be producing this viral mRNA. Clear? See, this viral mRNA once which will be released into the cytoplasm with the help of translation which will be producing the different types of viral proteins. Clear? See later on what happens here. See whatever these viral proteins, okay, that will be present, okay, that will be reaching, okay, like this, which will be, okay, these viral particles, clear, that is viral proteins along with, that means the mRNA, okay, the single-stranded mRNA which will be initially forming an immature HIV. Clear? See whatever the viral proteins will be present, okay, which will be, okay, reaching to the near to the, that is cell membrane of this CD4 cells, okay, which will be going to the corner of this cell membrane of these CD4 cells and which will be forming an immature HIV. But here you remember one important enzyme, that is protease. Clear? We had seen two different types of enzymes, but we are also having another type of enzyme, we will call it as protease. Clear? See, here comes the role of the protease for the immature, okay, HIV to become a mature HIV. That protease plays an important role here. Clear? See, here you are having the viral proteins. Clear? See, the viral proteins, which is a long, okay, strand of proteins we are having, mainly that protease which is going to be cleave that large molecular protein into the smaller particles. Clear? See, now that smaller particles along with this viral RNA, okay, which will be forming a mature RNA. Clear? See, this is regarding and that mature, okay, HIV which will be ready to infect the another cell. Okay, so this is regarding, okay, very brief discussion about the pathogenesis of this HIV. Clear? See what happens here, the HIV once it enters inside our body, mainly that glycoprotein 120 is going to be recognizing the CD4 receptors on the surface of the cell which will be attack those CD4 receptors. Clear? Next, GP41 internalization is going to be taking place. Finally, all the genetic material is going to be released inside the cell along with the three different types of enzymes. Clear? Initially, the reverse transcriptase converts the single-stranded RNA into the double-stranded DNA. That double-stranded DNA with the help of integrase which will be translocated inside the nucleus and which will be integrated with the human genome. Clear? Finally, undergoing the transcription process and which will be producing this mRNA and this mRNA will be released, okay, into this cytoplasm and which will be further undergoing the translation process which will be producing this viral proteins. Clear? See, these viral proteins and the genome which will be reaching to the corner, that is which will be reaching to the cell membrane, then which will be forming an immature HIV. Clear? See here, there is a role of the protease. That protease which will be cleaving that viral proteins into the smaller particles, and finally which will be forming a matured HIV. Clear to that matured HIV which will be ready to infect the new cells. Okay, so this is regarding the pathogenesis of this HIV, the treatment options for this HIV. Okay, see nowadays we are having different and that is antiretroviral drugs will be available for this HIV, but there will be no complete cure for this HIV. Clear? See what mainly two treatment options will be available for this HIV. The first one is to that is stop the replication of virus. Okay. First treatment option is that is we have to stop the replication of the virus. Clear? The next one is the next treatment option we are having, that is two T helper cells are going to be come back. Clear? Clear? These are the two treatment options will be available for this HIV. That is most of the drugs. Clear? What are the drugs that will be available? All those drugs which will be stops the replication of this virus inside our body. And next one is we are having some drugs, okay, which can, okay, that means revert back, okay, that is T helper cells. See nowadays what happens, see as we are using such kind of drugs, okay, whatever the drugs we are using, okay, mainly by these two mechanisms, see suppose after some days, okay, after a particular period, if the patient stops taking the medications, see then what happens, some of the dormant virus that will be present inside the CD4 cells will become active, and there is a chance of further replication of virus inside the body. Okay, see that's one of the disadvantage regarding this HIV. Whenever the patient stops taking the medication after a certain period, then what happens, some of the virus, that is the dormant virus which will be still remained inside the CD4 cells. Okay, such kind of dormant HIV virus will become active and it starts replication. Clear? That condition you are going to be observed whenever if any patient is going to be stop taking the medications. Clear? See nowadays the research is going on. See that is regarding whatever the dormant virus will be present. Suppose if any dormant virus that will be present inside the CD4 cells, such kind of dormant virus we have to give some medication so that that virus will become active and we can give this kind of antiretroviral treatment so that what happens, it should become a complete cure for this HIV. Yes, so this is the recent that is research that is going to be going on regarding the treatment of this virus. Okay, you all know regarding whatever the treatment options that will be available. That means the different types of antiretroviral drugs that will be available in the market. But what I am going to tell here in this case, that is whatever the new discovery that is going to be taking place, okay, regarding this HIV, okay, that's regarding this, that is whatever the dormant virus, okay, that will be present, we have to pull it out that dormant virus from the CD4 so that we have to kill such kind of virus, so which will be leading to a complete cure for this HIV. Clearly nowadays, okay, the research is going on regarding that treatment, okay, that means whatever the dormant virus will be present, we have to make it active so that if it starts replicating, we can give our antiretroviral drugs which will be killing such kind of virus. Okay, so that's all students for today. It's all about the HIV, okay, the structure, pathogenesis and the recent advances regarding this HIV. Thank you.